To draw the bode plot, we're going to do the following. You should have collected the data for the lab. Here you have the amplitude, the output amplitude. We know that the input amplitude was 2 volt. Okay, so the first thing you need to calculate is the ratio between the output and the input. It's going to be equal to output divided by the input. And this has to be a constant, so press F4 on your keyboard to make it a constant. And then copy down this formula. So this is the ratio. Now you want the same ratio in the dB scale, in dB. And you can get that by saying equal to 20 times log of the ratio. And you have these numbers over here. Now, what we're trying to do is we're trying to make this plot over here. We want to do both the experimental curve and the theoretical curve. So we have taken care of the experimental curve, so these will be our experimental data points. To form the theoretical curve, you look at the equation that forms these two lines. The first line is just a constant 20 log k, where k is your gain. In our case, the gain was 2. You can see the input of 2 was multiplied. The input of 2 was amplified by 2 to get an output of 4. So this will be the theoretical one, and equal to 20 times log of 2. And it remains the same until this formula is until omega becomes the crossover frequency. So until this equation holds. So until 50 Hertz, the same equation applies. So you can copy it all the way down until 50. Once the frequency goes above 50, it switches to the other equation, which is this one, 20 log. It's the same, minus 20 log tau omega. Okay, tau you already know is 1 over omega c. And omega c is 50 Hertz in our particular example. So this formula will change to minus 20 times log of tau, which is gonna, so it's gonna be omega, your frequency here, divided by the omega c. Okay, omega c is 50 Hertz. Now the first value is going to be the same because omega and omega here is 50, so they'll cancel out. But as you drag this formula down, you can see the updated values. Now to make the plot, add a chart for your frequency and your experimental value. Insert plot, a scatter plot. You'll see it doesn't look like this because we have to change our x-axis into linear scale, log scale. So double click on it and then go to the properties and change this to logarithmic scale. And you should see it starts to look more like the bode plot in the lab map. To add the theoretical one into this graph, just go to select data. You can edit the first one and call it measurements. And the second one will be the model. Here x value is your frequency and your y value are the theoretical values. Okay, and so you can see both are being plotted. You want to convert this to lines. Just click on chart, change chart type, and change the model to scatter straight lines. Okay, and make sure this is unchecked. If it's checked by mistake, make sure you uncheck it and click OK. And that's how you form the theoretical and then add a legend to distinguish between the measurements and the model. Okay, that's it.